Hello and welcome back to episode 14 of my All the Mods 10 SSP playthrough. In this episode, I would like to get some better power transfer here, especially as we upgrade our machines, and they will be limited by the amount of power that the cables can transfer themselves. So like for this one with the glass, it does use a lot of FE, and the flux point that is used isn't going to be the limiting factor. It's going to be the amount of power that these just advanced universal cables can transfer. So again, do want to switch them out sooner rather than later, so I don't have to replace too many of them, and also like I can keep track of currently what we have here. But in order to do that, I am going to want to actually automate Mekanism. If we look at Mekanism, I do want to be able to automate all of the alloys as well as all of the circuits, and the also automate all of the enriched items that it has. So in order to do that, the first thing I actually want is going to be a crusher. So we're not going to really automate this right now. And it looks like I am out of steel. I would like... Let me see. I would like some steel seeds. Let's see. Do I have any? No, just the iron dust, not the steel. And we can get some coal. And go ahead and get one of our buckets of lava. And we'll run up here and start just making some steel. We just need 4 extra because we're going to need that many machines. But I do want to, as I said, get a crusher here. Just because we are going to want to automate this in the future, and I do have a setup in mind for this. We are also going to need an enrichment, here we go, enrichment chamber, and then we are going to need 3 metallurgic infusers. And I think, yeah, we're only going to have enough right now to make 2 of them. But hopefully I have the steel. Oh, we actually don't need the steel casings for them. I didn't even realize that. So made the steel for no reason, but I kind of forgot that they didn't need that. So we'll go ahead and get a ME pattern provider. And we're probably... yeah, we're going to need 1 for every infuser. And we're going to need 1 for the crusher and 1 for the enriching. So on this network here that we have set up here, I do want to add both the crusher here and the enrichment chamber. And so we're going to set them up just like we did for the last one. We don't want them inputting or outputting anywhere else besides for the back. And that's for both of these. And then make sure we turn auto eject on. And for now, we will just run the advanced universal cables underneath of here just so that they can have power. But on a separate channel, I do want to run some wires over because we're going to need 6 total for the 3 metallurgic infusers. And so we already have 3 here, so I guess that would technically be over. Yeah, that would be over anyway. So we need a separate channel or separate network anyways. So we're just going to make another P2P a little bit further down. I think I'm just going to have this one away. So we'll have these 3 here with the pattern providers. And go ahead and go underneath of this one and change the jetpack to hover and run the cables over here. And we'll go ahead and set this P2P tunnel here. Our memory card is still set to the DDDD channel here, so we'll just link that up and go ahead and connect this to the 3 pattern providers here and place down the... we are going to need some more energy cables for them. Let's see, can we make a couple? We do need the steel, so I made the steel for a good reason. But we'll just go ahead and place these 3 down here. And underneath of these, we are going to run 1, 2, we're going to run a few cables out. Yes, and we're going to need 1 coming up from each of here. And I could probably set this up better to save on some cables. Yeah, let's Let me figure out a better way to set this up. I think I'm actually going to move the P2P connection here, and so then the cable can run through the side here, and we can just bring this energy connection down and around. And some cable rearranging later, we will go ahead and bring this connection over to this area, and then we'll bring these wires down and around through here and go ahead and connect them up. We are going to need a couple of export buses because we are going to be exporting items out from our system. So let's go ahead and just auto-craft these. We are going to need a lot of the export buses. I don't want an import-export bus. There might be some times in the future from Advanced AE where we'd want to use an import-export bus. But for right now, we just want the export bus here. And let's go ahead and make the piston. We don't really need to teach our system how to make cobblestone, at least yet. I don't foresee us running out of cobblestone anywhere in the near future. But we'll go ahead and place these up here like so. And we'll go ahead and make 3 of these again. I do want a crafting card from Applied Energistics. So these cards, if we go into this and read it, there are, again, many different types of cards. The one card we are very much familiar with is the acceleration card. Just makes stuff go faster, as it says. But there is another card called a crafting card. It might be down here. Yes. Basically, this will allow your import and export buses, at least that's how I mainly use it for, but it'll allow them to submit auto crafting requests. So I don't have to go in and, like for the export buses, I had to go in and manually request these guys. But for the crafting card, you don't have to. If you place an item in, it will just automatically craft for you. And so we'll go ahead and get a crafting table here with some wood. And we will go ahead and make, I think we're actually going to need 3 of these guys. Yes, so I'll go ahead and make some more crafting benches. Perfect, and looks like that's going to be enough. And so we're just going to place the export buses on the front here. We're going to do a little bit of internal management with the items. So we want the extra slot, so we're like the extra slot to be coming in from the export buses. So we want all of the extra slots to be in the front, and again the back to be input and output for the main items. So we'll go ahead and make all those changes. Make sure auto eject again is turned on. Perfect, and these should be more or less good to go. So we're basically going to want 1 of each. We are going to want 1 for the enriched redstone, 1 for the enriched diamonds, and then 1 for the enriched obsidians. There is also enriched carbon, of which we can make steel from the enriched iron. But again, we have other methods to make steel, so I don't at least see this being as useful. So I'm not going to set up an automation, but if you want to, it's virtually going to be the same thing, except for the enriched carbon, or at least if you're looking to make the steel, you are going to need to first learn to auto craft the enriched iron and then send it back to be crafted into the steel. So I went ahead and grabbed some tier installers from Mekanism so we can go ahead and upgrade our machines. And we're going to start by, again, automating the enrichment chamber. So we'll get the enriched redstone, we will get the enriched diamond, and then we will get the enriched obsidian. We are going to need to learn how to make the refined obsidian dust. But we can definitely do that in a little bit here. Just wanting to really start off with the redstone and diamond, but wanting to include the enriched obsidian. So if we go ahead and request some let's just say 10. It's going to take the 10 redstone, awesome, and put it in here. And this, I will go ahead and get this tier installed, auto sorting on, tier installed, auto sorting on, and do that for the rest of these as well. And at this point in time, this is where the export buses are going to be coming into play. We are going to be getting, I should also actually get some acceleration cards as well. Let's just get 6 of them. 2 for each sounds pretty good. So these acceleration cards are important in here as well, because it's basically how quickly it can request. So it's not going to actually speed up the creation of the item that we're requesting, but it's going to increase the request speed of the item. So if this is quick, it'll be able to request the stuff for this quicker. And we're going to place a crafting card for this one. We'll do the redstone for this one. And so now with this, since this is connected to our system, what should be happening is, again, it is requesting from our system. It went ahead and put the enriched redstone that it had into the buffer, but now it is requesting all of this other redstone to be crafted into enriched redstone. You can see it put some in here already. And we're going to do the same thing for the diamonds as well. I think if I check my diamond, yeah, we have 8,600 essence, so we should be good to request this as well. But I am going to hold off on the crafting card for this for now. Just, again, because I do want to wait until we can actually make it. With the metallurgic infusers all set up now, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and place the patterns in. So infused alloy is going to be the redstone and the copper. But so we are actually going to get rid of this redstone because we are constantly supplying it with the enriched redstone specifically. We are not going to want to put that in the encoding pattern itself because it will be constantly supplied. We don't want to draw any extra out of our system. So for this, in this case, it's just going to be a copper for the infused alloy. And then for this same thing, it's going to be an infused alloy for a reinforced alloy. We'll go ahead and put them in the... Did I put my shrinking device away? I did. We will go ahead and put the infused alloy in here and the reinforced alloy in here. And so with this now, we should be able to request... Yeah, so we have 419 right now. If I request one more, and so this is kind of the problem with only having 2. As our system expands and grows, we are going to want more, and this is why I separated them out to begin with, so we do have 2 separate ones to be able to work with. But now, since there are only 2, and now there's 2 crafting requests occurring at the same time, even though the diamonds aren't running, even though the enriched diamonds aren't actually being crafted right now, it is still being requested by our system because we have that here. So until this is done and the diamonds can be put in here, this will not be open for me to auto craft anymore. And yeah, this is going to take a little while. I think this would be a good time to start auto crafting the mechanism upgrades. So we'll auto craft the speed and the energy upgrade in particular. We are going to need to know how to make the structural glass. Again, just making sure this is normal glass. We don't know how to make steel yet, but that is going to be coming soon. And the other thing we need to know is how to make the osmium and the gold dust. So for the osmium ingot, we do have osmium essence. Yes, we do. We'll go ahead and put these, again, just kind of in here. And we are going to need to know how to teach this the gold as well. I think we can automatically craft the gold though. So I think, yeah, the energy upgrade for the gold, we need the crusher with the gold dust, and this is why I went ahead and set up the crusher here so that we can go ahead and put those patterns in. So now we should have, yeah, we should have some steel in here. So if I craft up 8 speed we should have enough of everything, but yeah, no other processors. So, oh well, let's go ahead then, and if we don't already know how to make this, we should teach it how to make the crafting units, the co-processing units, and let's go ahead, let's just go ahead and make it a 64. And at this point, we will teach it, we've already taught it the 1K, but we are going to teach it the, let's see, the 4K here, the 16K, should know how to make everything else besides for the 4Ks because we haven't put them in yet, and then the 64K. Let's go ahead and place this all in here. And I'll be back kind of once this has done set up for crafting. Yeah, so actually now, no. Yeah, the diamonds have set in, but because this isn't full, we are still wanting more redstone. So yeah, I'll be back once this is done crafting and after I've made some more steel. So now that the enriched redstone and enriched diamonds are done crafting, so it will just fill this up to completion, but after that it will stop requesting. We will go ahead and request some, let's see, let's just do 16 more coprocessors, and I am going to want, yeah, just 2 more 64. We'll get 2 and 2 for now. And the glass is going as it should. I am going to grab some extra cables here. Looks like everything has completed. And go ahead and one on each side here, just extend out. And let's go ahead and grab everything. And turn the jetpack. Oh, I don't have my jetpack, so let's see if I can do it without it. Do I have any blocks? I do. So boom, boom, boom. Get this out of the way. Actually, we're going to want the bottom to be done first. Go ahead and place in the crafting storage. And now we have 3. And now we should have 4 in a bit here. Did I turn my magnet off? No, I did not. Let's see. I need 1 more block. Okay. And get the 64K in here, and boom, now we should have 4. So even if both of those are requesting crafts, then we shouldn't really have a problem. Now that I think about it though, I am going to scoot this over just 1 more block to the right here, because I do want to put the what is it called? The metallurgic, not the metallurgic infuser. Oh, actually, no, I don't need to scoot this over. If we're automating the refined obsidian in the future, I will need to scoot this over. We'll need to place it somewhere else. Yeah, I'll go ahead and scoot this over because to make the, not the enriched obsidian, but the refined obsidian, we are going to need an osmium compressor. I would like to put that here, but we don't have the, if we connect it here, it might, you know, mess up the wiring. So let me just scooch everything over 1, and I'll be back when I've done that. So 1 scooch over later, we are going to have to refill out all of these export buses. So again, with the redstone and these machines, the reason why I wasn't very hesitant on actually moving these, because these machines do retain their inventory, so I wasn't like I was losing a ton of redstone and diamonds from this. We'll go ahead and do that. We're not going to set this up for now. We will leave it as that. Let me see. I think the next step is going to be actually auto crafting the cables. So the Mekanism universal cables. I do want, I guess we got some ultimate ones from a quest reward, but I am going to want to go ahead and just make the ultimate tier, because why not? We have the obsidian, we just need to learn how to crush the obsidian. And so if we look at the enriched redstone, or the enriched obsidian, we are going to need the refined obsidian, which is just the obsidian dust. And looks like we need more blank patterns. Get 100 of them. Can we do that? No. Let's do just 60. That should work. And this is going to go in the same infuser like with the enriched diamonds. And then to make the crushed obsidian, we're going to need this in the crusher itself. So come back over here, put the crushed obsidian in, put the enriched obsidian in this one, and we should now, yes, be able to autocraft. So if I put this crafting card in here, it should start requesting from the infusion factory, or from the crusher first. Perfect. Yes, and the obsidian's coming in here and turning into refined obsidian, and then this is turning into the enriched. So even though it's 3 separate like crafting recipes going on at the same time, it is still only one request, which is, well, the good thing about these crafting cards. It's not going to, use up every single one of your channels, but the refined obsidian is now coming in here, so we'll let this run. I think I am just going to make some more steel in the meantime. I've gotten a total of 6 blocks and some change now. For the steel seeds, you do need the, again, ×1 block, so you need 9 steel blocks, and you need 36 of them. So I'll be back once I've made all the steel that I need, and we'll be back when the steel seeds have been made. So for preparation for farm expansion, which means more variants of essences, I do want to go ahead and make sure that our system knows how to make the upgrades for it. So we are going to want to let it know how to make chests. We are going to want to make it aware how to make storage drawers. And we'll just do a 1x1 drawer. We'll teach it how to do an oak, since that's what it already knows how to make. I'm not too concerned at this point for whether or not it's oak or dark oak or spruce or whatever. And we will go ahead and let it know how to make copper blocks. So with all of that, we should now be ready for the copper upgrade itself. And we'll go ahead and make the gold one too. Looks like we already know how to make the gold blocks. Awesome. Yes, from the for the circuit slicer, and we'll go ahead and teach you how to make the diamond upgrades as well. And I was thinking, just while we're at it, also the void one, I do want to teach how to make obsidian. That's going to be important for both, not only this, but for the mechanism automation we just made. So now we know the void upgrade. We are going to want the dimensional chest. We're going to want that knowledge. We don't know how to craft ender pearls yet, so that is a later problem, I feel. We do have enough ender pearls, I think. And yeah, we do have, well, we only have 14, but we do have enough ender pearl fragments to be able to make more ender pearls when needed. And now that I have talked about that, I've kind of lost where we were at in the craft. So we have this made, we have that made, perfect. And all we just need is this, and then the dimensional chest itself. And I do want to teach it how to make the harvester pylon. That one might be a little bit more difficult. We will teach it how to make some of the things. I think the quartz slabs are easy enough, and the block of quartz. But the, let's see, no, we'll go. So if your system doesn't already have something that it can craft, and there's multiple items that can be used to craft it, it'll just pull randomly or what's already there. But even though it is spinning like it's on the quartz pillar right now, because our system now knows how to make the block of quartz, it will pull properly from there. And we'll also teach it how to make the blackstone, I think. No, because we don't have a way to renew blackstone, so we won't teach that yet. So just those items. We are also going to want to teach it some basic tier installers with the basic control circuit. We will throw this in the basic control circuits in the metallurgic infuser. let's go ahead and teach you how to make the basic upgrade, the advanced upgrade with the advanced circuit. So this is going to be another redstone one. So these are going to be both placed in the first metallurgic infuser. And then the elite one, same deal. This one, actually, these can all be, am I mistaken? These can all be crafting recipes, or is it just that one? No, that can be a crafting recipe, but it is 2 of the advanced. I don't know if one's better or not. This one does definitely have to be in the infuser. So I just checked the recipe for the advanced control circuit. It looks like it is 60 millibuckets of redstone per craft here for the advanced control circuit in the metallurgic infuser. But with the 2 infused alloys, it is only going to be 10 millibuckets each, so 20, and then 2 copper. So we lose a little bit on copper, but gain a little bit more on redstone. I think I am going to go with the crafting recipe, actually. The actual crafting for the other circuits, just to save on a little bit of power. That I think is going to be a good idea, as well as redstone and copper, since we have the seeds for it, those aren't going to be as important. But I think the power consumption and the number of like processing pattern craft requests to put to a minimum here will be good. Plus, typically crafting is going to be faster anyways, especially as we get further into applied energistics. But we will go ahead and make this, all of these crafting. We don't have the atomic alloy recipe made yet. So this is the one that's going to go in the final pattern provider. So we'll go ahead and put all of these in here. I am going to wait for this one because I want to go ahead and put the 2 that I have here into their respective pattern providers. So this one's going to go in here. This one's going to go in here. Now if we run back towards here, we'll go ahead and just check on the ultimate tier. Oh, that's because we are looking at the wrong one. And then, yes, we do need to teach it how to make the ultimate control circuit as well. So perfect. That should be everything we need for the tier installers from Mekanism. And I'm going to go check on my steel. It should be done at this point. I was correct. It had completed. So we'll make the 4 1x steel blocks. As I'm going over here to craft, I do want to mention, we got plenty of entra seeds, but as these are depleting, we get the Certus quartz blocks back. So there is a little bit of a loss with these. So when they're done, instead of just running out, and well, these will also turn into the Certus quartz blocks. They don't turn back into the Fluix blocks like how we used to craft them. So there's a little bit of a loss with that, but that's to be expected. Nothing is going to be one-to-one perfect, but we'll go ahead and get these steel seeds. And we did have some AE2 quest rewards as well to claim if this will load perfect. So we'll go ahead and just collect all of these. And then we'll go ahead and collect the more important one, or maybe the steel seeds. Yeah, some of the seeds in the mod pack for Mystical Agriculture aren't actually listed in the quest line, so it doesn't look like we actually get a quest reward, unfortunately, for the steel seeds. So I'm just taking a quick look here at what seed to replace. Again, the farm is completely filled with how we have it currently, but I think I'm going to just take one of the compressed iron seeds out. I do want the steel seeds to grow a little bit faster, so I'll place the steel seed here, and then the inferium seed back down here, and throw the compressed iron back into our system. Now that we've made the functional storage, we'll go ahead and craft a gold upgrade and a void upgrade, and grab one more drawer here, and go ahead and add this steel essence to our system. And you guys already know what's happening. Boom, boom, boom. Grab our tools here, configurator and linking tool. Go ahead and link that and lock that, and we'll go back here because there's 6 currently. I think we might have more. Yeah, 10. So just take it in and out. go back, there should be 11 here. Awesome. So now we do have the steel seeds. So we can go ahead and teach it how to make steel ingots, which is going to be fantastic. And now everything should be good for at least the universal cables. So let's go ahead and request, I don't know, 32 ultimate. That looks good. And so we were able to craft some right off the gate there, but it looks like we are currently crafting the reinforced alloys. And now they are done since they completed the crafting. Perfect. And now that we have done that with the upgrades, let's see where they are. Yes, the structural glass. We should, I think, have everything that we need to make the upgrade. So if we make 16 of these, yeah, we're just missing the steel essence. So we just need to let the farm run a little bit to get the appropriate amount of steel. But again, I do want to go ahead and start replacing some of these cables. I also should make a flux point, teach the system how to make a flux point. Actually, I think not. I think I'm going to use the ender gate. Again, like I said, we will be switching from the points and plugs back over to Powa's remote energy transfer. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and use the ender gate here since we have one in the system, but go ahead and place the ultimate cables for our machines up here. We'll go ahead and place this here, set it to extract, and now these should all be filling up with power. Again, it is going to drain our system because these ultimate universal cables have a ton of internal buffer. And we'll basically just go around. I'm going to go around here and make sure, yeah, so all of these are going to need to be replaced. And we'll just go ahead and do a little bit of that. I think I'm going to do this off camera because this isn't, you know, too in depth just replacing it. It is just going to drain our power a ton though. And with all of those pipes added, we've actually completely run out of power. And yeah, our AE network is currently down for the count, which I find to be a little bit funny. I think the next thing I do want to do though, as these wires are filling and energy buffers are going, yeah, it looks like this is the culprit to our cause. But so I do want to get a little bit more power. I think in the near future we are going to end up, again, sooner rather than later, need to get into reactors. The only reason why I haven't gotten into the reactors from Powa yet is really because, again, I would really like to expand the farm before doing so, because we are going to need some resources to be able to do so. Like, we're going to need to supply it with a lot of coal, a lot of redstone, a lot of this, a lot of that. So I want to get full functioning layers of each of those items so we're able to constantly supply our reactor with them. Before we do so, we're not at the nitro tier yet. I'm not looking to get to that tier for a little while, but because we got lucky and we got the spirited essence, I'm thinking we can just go ahead and make a run straight to a spirited reactor, which is a max extract of 400k FE per tick. So loads better than what we currently have. But again, I think that's going to be kind of the next couple steps, especially as we're kind of upgrading and expanding the base. I could have gotten away with elite wires here, but we're going to let the power restart and get back to normal. We're going to let it kind of balance itself out and go ahead and make the nitro or niotic generators. Might even bump it up to all of these to spirited generators. I need to check my system that is currently out of power, how much spirited essence we do have. But yeah, I'll be right back once this is done. So we did end up getting a little bit carried away. This episode was having a little bit too much fun with the Mekanism automation and everything else in the auto crafting patterns. But so in the next episode, again, we will look forward to expanding the farm and also increasing our power generation here. But hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you on the next one.